Hello! In this video I'm going to be breaking down aspects of Elizabeth Bennet's Netherfield ball gown from the 2005 Pride and Prejudice. Details involved and how I will be replicating this gown. Let's go! The director Joe Wright made it clear that the costumes in this film were not 100% historically accurate. Costume designer Jacqueline Duran also took a little bit of creative liberty when it came to the silhouettes of the girls' costumes, a little bit more appealing to a modern audience. Likewise, in my replica, I will be taking a little bit of creative liberty when it comes to the construction of the gown. I won't be using historical techniques of sewing. I will 100% be using a sewing machine. Yep. With any historical dress, the foundation is key. To create the correct silhouette, you really need to make sure that your corset, your hoop or petticoat are correct and right for the time period. We do catch a glimpse of the girls getting ready for the Netherfield ball, and we do see what their undergarments are, which is super helpful for me because then I don't have to be left guessing. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, this is not my first Lizzie Bennet replica. Years ago I replicated a couple of her day dresses, and for those dresses I needed the right undergarments. For this project I will be using the corset that I made several years ago. This series will be focusing on my creation of the outer garment as opposed to the unmentionables. What appears at first glance to be a rather simple dress, when you actually look closer you see there's actually quite a bit of detail involved. I found it really quite hard to find any resource material that was completely accurate of what fabrics they use or where the closures are or how the dress was made. Unfortunately, there isn't too much of that information. I will be going off the film, images that I've found, zoomed up, pixelated, terrible shots that really show nothing of detail, but we'll give it a red hot go, and my imagination. Fingers crossed this works. The fabric that I've chosen to use is a range of silks, silk satin and silk chiffon. Silk satin will be interlining the backing kind of fabric. The chiffon will be the over sheer sleeves, the ruche at the front, and then the fuller skirt over the top where there's full gathers and everything like that. The sash and the ruffle on the neckline, I haven't decided what fabric I'll use yet. If you look closely you can see that there is embellishments, embroidery and beadwork, as well as detail on the back seams of the dress, which is super fine and dainty and I love it. With the frill at the front, unsure what they've done there. I can't see a rolled hem edge. Don't know if it's a piece of fabric cut on the bias so that it doesn't fray or whether it's tulle. We'll kind of make that up as we go. I've come to the conclusion that the bodice must be an open front wrap dress that ties up at the back. We don't see any openings or button closures anywhere else. The back is fully seamed up. There are no clasps or buttons, so I'm assuming that the only way she could get this dress on and off is with it being a wrap dress. We also see at the front, when the panels cross over, don't look like they're stitched together, as the underside has a little bit of wrinkling happening, suggesting that the dress could be pulled tighter or looser around the body, which creates that little bit of puckering. This is all conjecture, so it's the climb. I'm just going to be going with an A-line skirt. The lining slash backing is going to be out of the silk satin. Quite slimline, not gathered or anything. Outer layer of the chiffon is what's going to be the fuller skirt gathered at the back. I may even do a little train because we never actually get to see the hem of Lizzie's gown. So I'm just going to be doing a rolled hem and may add a sneaky little baby train there because it's my project and I can do what I want. Try and stop me. And finally, the sleeves. The sleeves are very simple, just short little gathered puffs, very lightly gathered, and at the cuff there is slight embellishments. It looks like it could be beadwork. For years I wanted to create this gown. Growing up I was obsessed with this film. Like, I wanted to be Keira Knightley, I wanted to be Lizzie Bennet. I knew all the lines, no joke.
The last man in the world to make everything feel as much money.
I nailed the pout. That was not it. I cut myself a fringe. I was that dedicated when I made her costumes. I'm at 14, I didn't want to spend that much money buying silks just for a costume, so I never made this gown. However, now I am a bridal dressmaker, so I seem to have an abundance of white silk. So the time has come. Stick around for more videos of me wanting to be Elizabeth Bennet and live my best Lizzie Bennet Pride and Prejudice Jane Austen dream. I hadn't thought of an outro, so thanks for watching. Bye!